Hi, I'm Alex McCord, and welcome to The Real Deal on thestir.com. Today we are discussing The Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 9, Episode 8, as well as the second episode of Bravo's new, maybe it's going to be a hit, Ladies of London. Well, Orange County first. Oh, lordy lord. Watching Orange County, I found myself wondering what else the cast and crew are going to do to Heather Dubrow. This season, Heather is clearly sitting in the dump chair, just like Gretchen Rossi and Alexis Bellino last year. I understand that Heather's been anointed the villain this season, but it is becoming so transparent that it would be more honest to simply shank her in the neck with a stiletto. Let's review. Last week, Heather and Shannon Beador had a sit-down, and it was tense, but they came out of it well. I had hopes for their blossoming friendship. This week, we see Shannon's confessional interview reaction to that meeting, and she says, well, I don't trust anything. She says because she's an actress. Really? What's next? I don't trust her because she's a woman? I don't trust her because she's a housewife? We're talking Southern California. Every other person is in the entertainment business. So now you can't be an actress? How do you win here? Next, Heather is quite rightly thrilled to be flirting with the producers from Good Day LA. She's done a few guest segments. Now they want her to fill in on maternity leave. See, this could all lead down the road to a full-time gig later on after Housewives. Heather is looking to the future. Good girl. Don't I do the same with all my cable news? So, I was absolutely gobsmacked that Tamra even attempted to be hurt that 6 months ago Heather did a guest spot with another fitness studio. Are you kidding me? Let me explain how these things work. Until Heather is an actual host, she cannot pitch stories, she has no control, she can only say, yes, I'll do it, or no, I won't. It's possible that the Good Day LA producers put together a test package for Heather to feel out how she does. Maybe they brought in companies from her real life. At that point, Heather can say, yes, I'll do it, or no, I won't. And if she says, no, I won't, she will never work for that show ever again because everyone is replaceable. Even if Heather had said, oh, hey, could we use Tamra's fitness studio instead? The producers might have said, well, no, that'll make it all about Bravo. If we've got two housewives, it's going to become all about the Real Housewives, and we don't want to do that. Let me give you another example involving Tamra. Last month, I was on Nancy Grace's show a few times talking about Tamra's ongoing custody battle. Now, do you think that I had a glass of wine and texted Nancy at midnight saying, hey, I'm bored, let's talk about Tamra tomorrow? Of course not. The storyline was created by a producer in an office. Then, when it's all set, they call you, and you can either say yes or say no. And if you say no, you'll never work on that show again. The end. I am so flabbergasted that Tamra would even attempt this kind of attack. It's clear to me that once Heather was actually given the power to pitch a show, she raced to pitch Tamra. Frankly, if I were Heather, Tamra was so ungrateful that I'm surprised she didn't renege. Next, Heather is squirming in her chair as the ladies fire missiles at her left and right. And then suddenly, the phone rings. One of her kids is sick. She and her husband, Terry, decide to go home and check on the kid. But wait, that's not good enough. Oh, she got a phone call? She has a sick kid? It's a fake phone call. She's making it up. She just wants to leave. What? You can't have a sick child? This is beyond ridiculous. I hope that you can see how transparently the Housewives producers can pick winners and losers and twist everything to fit their agenda. They can whisper in other cast members' ears. They can suggest bringing certain things up. Does it put all the other Housewives franchise into perspective for you? I hope so. Meanwhile, let's move across the country and the pond to catch up with episode 2 of Ladies of London. We're still seeing introduction packages. Now, what are those, you ask? Intro packages are footage of the women at home with their husbands, children, sweeping views of their house and their closets, their offices, their jobs, basically their lives outside the interaction with the other ladies, getting to know the ladies. Before we even get to the drama, I have to applaud the music. Maybe it is the BBC influence on adjacent productions, but I love it that we are hearing better music and not the same 9 schmaltzy tracks of Housewives elevator music that we see on every single city in the States. Go team! Now, the drama. Noelle, long-suffering girlfriend of Scott, the ex-billionaire going through the divorce from hell, seems to be protesting too much. She keeps saying, I'm not a gold digger. Well, maybe there's no gold to dig, but she's coming across as one anyway. I also wonder what Caroline is thinking watching these episodes. She is proving to be the queen of cutting comments in her confessional interviews, and I wonder when that will catch up with her other castmates. Now, Caprice, the glamour model, is 7 months pregnant, as well as 8 months into an American surrogacy. And you know, sometimes this happens. You finally make the decision to adopt or hire a surrogate, and boom, you get pregnant naturally. It does happen occasionally, and it's a wonderful thing. I was surprised that the ladies were shocked that Caprice gave an exclusive story about the whole thing to a tabloid. Maybe it's true that the other ladies shun personal press. Maybe they do have businesses, restaurants, products to promote, but Caprice is a professional celebrity. Her life is her brand, which then feeds anything else she does, such as designing swimwear or underwear. It is PR 101. You feed a good story so that they won't write a bad one. Caprice took a page from Olivia Pope and her gladiators, well, if they weren't fictional characters. By giving a competitive paper a juicy exclusive that no one else has, you scratch their back. In return, they scratch yours by not going snarky. It's the same principle when celebrities release photos of new babies so that there won't be a paparazzi frenzy to get them. And Caprice is continuing her slam dunk PR spin. At the moment, she's not telling the world which baby she carried and which baby is the surrogate. Smart cookie. The rest of this episode centered on the Serpentine Gallery summer party. Oh, the drama. First, I thought that the handling of the event was great. They filmed outside on the red carpet, so the event planners could not be angry that the reality cameras were getting in the way inside the event. Also, it's a brand new show, so the girls have not toughened up enough yet. They are not brazen enough to start catfights on the red carpet. So think of this party as opening night at the opera or Shakespeare in the Park. If you're a donor at a certain level, you automatically get tickets as part of your tax benefit for your donation. This is how Joe and Jane Public get into the party. Separate from that, there are also celebrity invitations handled by the PR company, such as the princesses, Kate Moss, Naomi, the movie stars, etc. They may or may not donate money, but they're donating their time showing up to the red carpet to add glamour and razzle-dazzle and get lots of attention for the event. This is season 1, so many of the Ladies of London cast are not on that celebrity red carpet free invitation list yet. I wonder whether Noelle thought that maybe she would get a red carpet invitation, and then she didn't. And maybe if her fiancé's financial problems are real, she didn't or couldn't donate enough money to score tickets. Double maybe that since the event was being filmed, Noelle may have hoped that she could just turn up to the red carpet with the film crew and walk it and no one would be the wiser. Sidebar, sometimes on New York Housewives, there were cast members who would turn up and walk the red carpet at events they were not invited to. Woo! And no, it was never me. Anyway, Caroline is able to give Noelle the ticket that her husband is not using, so the fairy godmother saves the day and all is well. And the fashion was fabulous. I am giving a 3-way tie between Caroline's Cavalli, Annabelle's Sarah Burton, and Marissa's Roland Moret Gold Lame. And that rhymes, double points. All in all, the ratings for the premiere were comparable to a first season Housewives franchise, which is great news. And I hope, for all the ladies and their families' sake, that it continues to be fun without going dark. Time will tell. Let me know what you thought in the comments. For now, I am Alex McCord. You're watching The Real Deal on thestir.com. See you tomorrow, and don't forget to subscribe on YouTube.